friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. Happy Sunday, y'all. I'm here to recap Love during lockup. It ain't much to recap, so I ain't gonna keep y'all. I am not going to keep y'all, honey, this episode. What is happening? What y'all think about this episode, child? Woo-wee. Honey, I can't wait till the Love After Lockup premiere in December come, because, honey, Love During Lockup. This what y'all doing? Sorry about not uploading yesterday. I got called into work, and y'all know that's what pays the bills. Work. So, I'm here today, though. I'm here today. And let's talk about it. Hope y'all doing all right. Y'all doing all right? Okay. Let's start off with Chelsea and Mikey. Or is it Mike? Whatever. So Chelsea has made her way to the mama's house. Y'all, all those wind chimes. Jesus. Now listen. I got a couple of wind chimes on my porch, and they sound lovely. You know, the wind is hitting them just the right amount, and they go ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Okay. But when you have like 9 or 10 of them, some big, some extra large, and it's like, doy. It's like, So she shows up. So she gets there. Did y'all see Granny's face? Did y'all see Granny's face? The way she was looking at Chelsea. Granny was like, what is this walking up on this porch? So of course they are aware of Chelsea. They are aware that Mikey is in some form of a relationship with Chelsea. So here comes out that mama. The mama and the granny looks like two sweet women. Now the question is, what's the motive? Is there a motive? Because as we know, Mikey had a stroke while in prison. Now the mama is telling Chelsea all this. The mama said that Mikey was in the hospital for 8 days with a stroke and a mini stroke. Now, he wasn't at some regular hospital, honey. That mama said that he was at the big hospital. What is a big hospital down there in Kentucky? Is there a small hospital? I'm like, what's the big hospital? So Mikey was at the big hospital for 8 days. Not just with a stroke. He had both. So of course Chelsea. Chelsea is loving every minute of it. She is gushing over Mama Mikey and Granny Mikey. She is so happy to be there. So he's calling. Perfect timing, child. She just got there. It's perfect timing for him to be calling. And so the mom is like, guess who's here? And so he's like, oh, so she did make it. And so the mom is like, yes, she's here. She's pretty and, you know, all this type of stuff. And of course, Chelsea, she's still gushing over this. Honey, she is just happy to be there. Now, the story that Mikey said, did you know, I work out, I'm healthy, you know, I was playing a little softball, and then boom, all of a sudden, I had a stroke. And the correctional officers that was working that night, honey, they just didn't give a good darn, okay? They was like, you lay up in there and suffer. That's what you do. We're not going to give you the medical needs that you need. Only thing you need is some water and a little juice. Because, see, you're dehydrated. Now, see, this is Mikey's story. Mikey said that the correctional officers said that you are dehydrated. You just need to hydrate. And they did not take take him to a medical facility in time. Now, I don't know much about the prison system, but isn't there like a nurse there all the time? Isn't there a nurse at the prison 24/7? Y'all, am I wrong? Let's ask Jessica. Jessica, girl, were you there? Is there always a nurse there, girl? Oh, that's right. You quit your job for Dustin. We'll get to her in a minute. But isn't there medical staff at a prison 24/7? I may be wrong. Y'all correct me. Apparently not. So, he didn't get the proper care that he should have got. So the mom said, well, guess what we doing? We, as in me and Chips. We gonna go see a lawyer. Because, see, they did not give you the proper care you deserve. So, we're about to lawyer up. We're about to own this prison. And of course, Mikey, he was like, I want to hear that. I'm all for that. Kudos to you, Mom. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. After meeting the mother and the granny, and he had a stroke, and he was in the hospital for 8 days. Y'all think it's a fraud? Y'all think they still lied? You think somebody lied? What y'all think? This is my thing. Why is it that the prison, when they got several calls, said he's fine, he's okay, never mentioned once about a hospital, not even to the mother, and he was in there for 8 days? Y'all, I smell BS. Something about this don't sound right. It don't sit right with me. And if it don't sound right, it ain't right. What y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments. Child, let's move on. Mark, come here. Come here, Mark. Mark, I just have a quick question. What's wrong with you? Y'all, there's something wrong with Mark. There is something going on up there. So we have Mark at a one of his real estate sites, either for a business, house, whatever. His homeboy's there. And he says, listen, Mark always doing something. He always got his feet and hands in something. So Mark wants to build a sperm building donor site, whatever. And he also wants to renovate a home. He got an 11-bedroom home, but he's trying to make it a 12-bedroom home for single ladies, women with children, women freshly out of prison. They'll have somewhere to go with said children. Y'all, now Mark, now that's a good idea, Mark. It really is. But the thing about that, usually they have homes for women and men who are freshly out of prison. They have programs for that. Halfway houses, places that deal with, mentally ill or challenged people. I mean, organizations usually have those types of places for people to go. Not a single male guy, not just a guy named Mark. Why is he so fixated on babies and incarcerated women and what? Why? It's weird, you guys. It's weird. So as we know, he's involved with Sincere. But then he gets a call from another girl. Her name Christine. That's another one of his prison women. And so he's telling his homeboy about Sincere. listen, she's going to be in there for 7, 8 more years. She's only 22. She'll be getting out when she's 30. I'm thinking I can sneak in some of my sperm and impregnate her. And then she will get out early. Now, his homeboy is looking at him like he got 2 heads. Mark, you can't be that. Mark, you really think that if by chance your plan works and Sincere gets pregnant, do you really think that the prison system, even though she's already been sentenced, do you really think that the prison is going to be like, you know what, Sincere, you're pregnant. We're just going to let you out. We're just going to wash our hands with whatever you done. We're going to let you out because you are pregnant. Mark is dumb, y'all. I mean, he may have the book smarts, but something ain't right up there. Something is entangled. Mark, do you know there's been several women who has gotten pregnant inside? They didn't come in pregnant. They got pregnant inside of jail and prison. Got pregnant. You understand what I'm saying, Mark? What gets you pregnant? They get pregnant, and guess what happens? They don't get released. In fact, they have their baby inside. Their baby is taken away. Either the baby is given to family members or foster care. That's what happens. They don't get released, dummy. So he's talking to Christine, and he's asking Christine, what do you think about, my plan to have this home for women and their kids? And of course, Christine's like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. So then he gets a call from Sincere. And Sincere and Christine are on the same call. Honey, they got a 3-way going on. A 3-way prison call. And so Mark is trying to convince Sincere about getting pregnant in prison so she can get out early. Sincere talks like she got a little bit of sense. And she says, no. She was like, absolutely not. She says, listen, I got 7 more years or 6 or wherever how long she got. And she said, do you know how much trouble I can get into? I'm not trying to add more time. I'm trying to get out. This will not work, okay? This is just a ridiculous, silly plan. And so here's Mark. Well, don't you want to get out? Don't you want to get out? So, of course, Christine, she's all for it. She was like, sure, I think it sounds great. But Mark let it be known that he's been talking to like 4 other prison women. So during the conversation, Christine says that she got to go. There's count. So she gets off the phone. Mark is confused. He thought Christine was on the phone, but it was Sincere. And Sincere said, man, bump this. She said, how many people are you talking to? She said, I don't have time for this. I'm getting up off this phone. When the inmate who did a violent crime against her grandmother is telling the person that she's talking to on the outside, I don't have time for you, something's wrong. Something is wrong. Mark, I'm going to need for you to get a CAT scan. Because I know you got to wake up with headaches. You have to wake up with headaches. You need a CAT scan and an MRI. That's what you need. Y'all, something wrong with Mark. Let's move on. Jessica and her daughter are going to meet Dustin's mom and sister. Now, let me do a little backtracking. Jessica is the one who was a nurse for 13 years. And just by the sight of Dustin, she done quit her job and she's banned from every prison in the United States. She's going to uplift her life and move to Tennessee, all for Dustin. You would think that she would know everything that needs to be known about this boy. But the mama and sister informed her, listen, my brother, he ain't nothing but a player from the Himalayas. Okay, my brother has done cheated on every single one of his girlfriends. My brother has no sense of loyalty. He can't even spell loyalty. My brother don't know how to be faithful. He can't even spell faithful. The longest the relationship only lasts a week. See, this is my brother. I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that my brother ain't no count. Not when it comes to the women's. Okay? He don't know how to be in a committed relationship, but here you are. Looking at us, telling us, the people who know him the best, we are telling you our brother ain't shit. So here is Jessica, wild-eyed, shocked by this. But then they drop another bombshell. They let it be known, listen, and not only that, not only is my brother a cheater, pumpkin eater, honey, he's also a meth head. See, he a full-blown addict. See, when he's inside prison, he can tell you whatever he wants to. See, that's called prison talk. But when he's on the outside, oh, he's something different. Again, he's a M-E-T-H head. Now, instead of Jessica saying, let me reevaluate this. He's a cheater from the mother and the sister. And he's a full-blown addict. In Jessica's mind, she was like in disbelief. She was like, no, wait a minute. He's a full-blown addict? He likes the meth? I mean, that was never in our conversations. I mean, he told me he liked a little bit of weed, but not the meth. So the mother and the sister are looking at her like, girl, run. Okay? Just run. We're just here to tell you. Okay? Run. Jessica and her daughter are in the car, and the daughter said, this don't sound good. The daughter said, this don't sound good at all. I feel like when he gets out, it's going to be a hot mess, and he's going to drag my mom down with him. My mom ain't listening. But in Jessica's mind, when he gets out, everything's going to be great. And it may be. I'm not putting that on that boy. It may be great, but the mother and the sister gave you something to ponder, Jessica. They gave you something to gnaw on. But you're still in your head. He ain't gonna cheat on me. See, I've been good to him. Who's gonna cheat on me? I'm good. I'm a dime piece out here. Oh, Jessica. You gave up your job. You dipping into your 401k, moving states away for Dustin. You better rethink it, girl. Let's move on. Justine and Michael. Now, we know Justine got a brand new car, honey. Brand new. From her prison husband, Michael. How did he purchase this vehicle? Where did the money come from? Now, her cousin done come over. And her cousin is talking to her. Y'all see Justine's room? All those pictures of Michael. I said, Lord, have mercy. So the cousin is there, and of course the cousin got questions just like everybody else. How Michael got all this money? The lottery came up. Oh, so he done won the lottery. That sounds believable. Maybe it was the sweepstakes. Now, I know that's a lie. Sweepstakes? Oh, okay, that's believable too. Or maybe he may possibly be still doing a little bit of street pharmaceuticals. I'm just saying, I don't know. Or his music is so good. He done blew up that much that is where his money come from. Even though I ain't never heard of him. And according to y'all ain't either. Where the money coming from? That's neither here nor there. It's coming from somewhere. But Justine said she ain't worried about it. She said it's coming from his music. That's where it's coming from. But what I found interesting is that Justine and Michael are gross. Michael, come here. Michael, come here. Why y'all nasty? Michael, why are you sending this woman toenails? Why are you sending this woman blisters? Why are you sending this woman blood? Why are you sending this woman semen in a glove? What in the silence of the lambs going on here? I said, oh no. And she got the toenail with the rest of the letters and the pictures on a bulletin board or some type of board. Saving it. Preserving it. What? Let me tell you something. I don't find that attractive at all. If I'm with that is disgusting and gross. A blister. How in the world are you sending semen through the mail in a glove? What? Y'all, that is gross. That is so disgusting. Justine, ain't nothing cute about that girl. Nothing. Like I said, y'all, they are in the new season of Love After Lockup, so we shall see where this goes. We shall see how Michael is making his money. Let's move on. Melissa and Louie, y'all. Melissa and Louie. Melissa's still in Georgia. But see, in her mind, Louie, when he gets out, he's going to Jersey. Louie got other plans. Like, when he gets out, he gonna work at some pizza shop. So, of course, Melissa goes to his old job. And his boss man spoke very highly of Louie. Said that he was a good worker. Everyone liked him. But his downfall was the drinking and the pills. Okay? You can't be having, a job and you doing them things. You can't be, working on the pizza while you're high and you're drunk. So, he got F-I-R-E-D. You're fired. So he got fired. But the boss man said, listen, he was such a good employee, and I know, okay, that he's going to need a place to work when he gets out, and he got a job here. So Melissa don't want to hear that. Melissa was like, Louie working here in Georgia at the pizza shop, that's not part of the plan. It was under my understanding that when he leaves, gets out of prison, we're going straight back to Jersey. I don't understand the mind thinking. So then the pizza man done brought up the yoga. He said, I heard he doing good in prison. I heard that he was out there doing the downward facing dog. And that he's doing the yoga. I can't believe that we're still talking about yoga. Like, why is everyone knowing about this yoga but me? I'm going to need to go and see this yoga instructor. So she gets in her car. She's on the phone. She gets a call from Louie. And so she was like, Louie, what's the plan here? I thought when you get out of prison that you were going to go to Jersey. I done left your old job, and he said that he got a job for you. I talked to your mama. Your mama talking about staying in Georgia for 2 years. What's the tea? So Louis said, now listen, when I get out of prison, I'm going to be on probation. Okay? I can't rush it. I'm going to have to stay in Georgia for a while. Hey, while I'm out, I'm going to need a job. Be thankful I have a job. So then she says, Louis, what about yoga? Why are you so into yoga all of a sudden? You never told me about yoga before, Louis. So, of course, he said, what? He said, listen, okay? The girl comes to the prison. We do yoga. I enjoy it. What's the problem? He said, you know what? I'm not going to even explain myself to you. This is it. I don't want to hear nothing you have to say. I'm going to hang up his phone. Louis, you're going to hang up on me? Louis? He said, I'm hanging up. I ain't got time to listen to your mouth. So, instead of her just leaving it alone, Melissa can't. So she goes to the yoga place and meets the yoga instructor. What's the yoga instructor's name? Did I write it down? What's her name? Ratatouille? What's her name, y'all? Rotilda? What's her name? Roku? Rutu, honey, whatever. The yoga instructor. She gets there. Now I understand why Louis is so infatuated with yoga. She didn't use that term, infatuated. I put that in. The yoga instructor is small, skinny, pretty. So she goes to this class, and the yoga instructor is doing the, basic yoga poses. And so here's Melissa. Of course the prison guys like this. Of course Louis likes this. She had her whole ass in my face. Melissa, her ass was not in your face, first of all. So then after the class is over, she introduces herself to the instructor. And the instructor is like, oh, okay, yeah, Louis, yeah, I remember him. He's very much involved in the class. He talks to me after the class about how much he likes yoga and what goes into being an instructor. He was a pretty cool dude. Here's Melissa. I understand that, and now I see why he goes to yoga. So the yoga instructor is looking at her like, what? Because, see, Melissa is saying the only reason why he's there is to see you, and you two must have something going on. So the yoga instructor said, okay, this is getting weird. I'm going to exit myself out of this conversation and leave you standing here looking dumb, because, see, I got another class to teach. And out she goes. And here is Melissa thinking that there's something between the yoga instructor and Louis. Y'all, let's move on. Last, and Lord knows least. I mean least. This was awful, y'all. Staged, fake, contrived. Honey, the fashions alone was a mess. Let's talk about it. Ty, why are you sitting there dressed all in black, looking like somebody's burglar, eating some stale, dry animal cookies that you done got from somebody's good old Costco? So she calls Boston. Boston. I'm like, oh no. This is how we're going to start. So she calls Boston, and Boston's like, yeah, what's up? And so she was like, yeah, we need to meet. We need to talk. And so she already has an attitude, Ty does. Why would you want to meet up with that? Y'all already done had a physical altercation. Why would you meet up with that? First of all, it should be a protection order, a restraining order against her. But no, you're going to meet up with her to discuss Hottie. So Ty is rude, nasty, defensive, So she goes to this cafe or restaurant. She's sitting there. Now there's people behind her. We are in public. People sitting behind her. Ty sitting there talking loud. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? And then here comes Boston. Boston, now I don't know where you got that 1991 jean skirt. Now listen, y'all. I had a jean skirt similar to that in my early 20s. I ain't even lying to you. I said not the jean skirt. Now I know that ain't coming back in style. Now I know that's not coming back. That's not the jean. Ty done said that she looked like one of them bears. So here comes Boston. She sits down. Ty, already loud, already frustrated, already on the defensive. Let's talk about Hottie. Okay? Now you know as well as I know that I'm engaged to Hottie. What do you think you're doing? Hottie's my man. Hottie this, Hottie that. And so Boston said, listen, me and Hottie about to get married. Okay? That's what we're about to do. When he gets out, I'm marrying Hottie. And I'm thinking to myself, what is this appeal with Hottie? It blows my mind that these two women are in public arguing over the likes of Hottie. Ty, she ain't doing nothing but spitting venom. Just calling her names, not listening to Boston. And she was like, I want to get closer to you. I want to get closer to you. So she done scooted closer to Boston. Boston said, I don't want you nowhere near me. Get away from me, heifer. So Boston done moved to the other side of the table. They're just playing ring around the rosy at this table, at these people's establishment. Meanwhile, there's other people sitting behind them. Ain't nobody pulled out no phone. Ain't nobody, texting the homegirls or family members like, y'all, guess what? There's a film crew here, and these two women are loud. They're about to tussle. Nobody was doing all that. In fact, they was back there eating. Not staged at all. So then Ty, she done got real mad at Boston. Nothing was accomplished. So she flips the table at these people's establishment. Did you see the little waitress in the doorway? They done blurred out her face and she was like this. That's what the hands was doing. Now, let me ask y'all this. If she's at a business establishment and this wasn't all staged and set up, you mean to tell me that the police wouldn't been called? She out here tossing tables, screaming, acting belligerent in public during the day. And nobody didn't call the police. Not even the manager of this so-called restaurant. Y'all done got me all the way effed up. Love during lockup. Y'all know better than this. Born tonight, not last night. So Ty is across the street screaming at Boston. Done called her the B word. Done said, I'm going to kill you. Fussing and all this. And instead of Boston, after the table toss, instead of her leaving, she's staying around. Wanting to know what's going on. She's crazy. There's something wrong with her. Let me just stick around instead of leaving like a normal person would do in this situation. No, y'all, this ain't staged at all. Terrible acting. Terrible camera work. So, Ty is still screaming and yelling across the street. They they was there for so long, it turned nighttime. So, Ty calls Boston over, and she apologizes. She apologizes for the busting upside the head, for the screaming, for the yelling, for her attitude. She just apologized for it all. And she said, listen, both of us have been played by Hottie. And I'm not one to want to be in this relationship anymore. He done played me. He done lied to me. I'm upset. But I shouldn't take it out on you. And I apologize for that. Boston, she accepts her apology and they hug. Boston said that she did not want it to be shown how she really feels about the whole situation. But she is upset about Hottie and what he has done. I mean, the lies, and he was engaged to another person. Just like Ty said, how is my fiance going to be a fiance to somebody else? Ty's finished with Hottie, y'all. It's over. It's done. And she can't wait to tell him how she really feels. Y'all, this whole scene was a hot mess. Ridiculous. 39 years old, Ty. 39. That's it, y'all. That's all I got to say. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.